Big day at Rosehill Gardens, a home game for the Chris Waller stable. Chris, I know you don't mind racing anywhere, but the home game's always good.
Yeah, it is. I think horses probably got, I don't know, half length to a length advantage if you could quantify it. We can, over the space of a year, where there's, I guess, 30 meetings at Rosehill, you get to see that it does help a few horses here and there. Not just that, there's no travel in the middle of summer and the heat, and they're getting to the races quicker, getting home quicker as well. So recovery after your home meeting is always a big thing as well.
Track should be firm again?
Yeah, it will be. It's a bit of a battle for the curators over the past 6 months. We've gone through that really wet autumn, and now we've had a really dry winter and a lot of wind as well, but the grass is starting to grow slowly, and there's good grass cover on it.
What about the first, Midnight Delight? She's starting to hit the straps.
Yeah, she is. She hasn't had a lot of things go her way since being in Australia, but did get a good maiden win 2 starts ago. Last start, hit the line well, and she'll appreciate 1,500 metres on a home track on Saturday.
What about race 3? It's the Ridges, Parramatta, of course, the #1 hotel out there. 1,800 metres. Alward, come from Melbourne, was good the other. Didn't win by a big margin, but I thought it was a real good win.
Yeah, he goes up in weight a bit to 59.5, but Hugh Bowman aboard. He's got the whole length of the 1,800 metre distance to get there. He doesn't have to be winning at the 200, and I think the good draws are positive. Obviously the service of Hugh, and I've purposely just tried to back off his work a little bit to keep him sharp. He's certainly very fit, but hopefully we've got a bit of acceleration coming back in trip, but he should be hard to beat.
Huey said he rides Alward and Corby Brown rides Vaucluse Bay because Corey's the only jockey that could afford a house in Vaucluse. Is that right?
Oh, I don't know. I think they'd both be parked along next to each other, really. There'd be a few others.
I'd be in the combi van out the front, and 2 hour zone get moved on. What about Vaucluse Bay? Since he had that little hiccup, is he getting back?
I think so. Corey was complimentary about his run last start. He just said he had no luck at a vital stage. On that occasion, they quickly sprinted and just left him flat-footed in an awkward spot. And he said had that not have happened, he would have fought out the finish. So he has won at the track and distance about 3 or 4 starts ago. So not too much of a knock on him. He'll go all right. Just needs a bit of luck from the gate.
He does. All good gate. Estikhraaj, we need a big thunderstorm to knock the grandstand at Rosehill. We moved to Canterbury for Saturday.
Yeah, well, he'll be nominated for Canterbury as well next Wednesday, and I guess 50-50 whether he runs. He's got Kieran aboard. He's drawn 10, but he is a better horse at Canterbury, and he holds a nomination for there.
Quick defence, good barrier. It'll win one of these Saturday races.
Yeah, his run was good the other day in that same race as Alward and Vaucluse Bay. So with the better draw, I think he's drawn gate 5. He'll get a much better run. He'll be midfield, ready to pounce instead of being back making up ground. He'll definitely run the top 3. What
about we go to the Theo Marks? 8 runners, you've got 3. You've got 3 very good horses. It's been a good race here too. Go for the top. Foxplay, now she was unbelievable first up, getting beat by Winks. She was in last week but you didn't accept. Is she all spot on?
She's spot on. She had a tough run first up, and I've made that well known. She just went off the feed for 3 or 4 days. She hasn't missed any work whatsoever. I was happy with her last week, but I just thought an extra week would help her. Now she's got the big weight to carry. She's carrying more weight than any other horse in the race, plus she's a filly, so she should be getting 2 kilos off some horses. So that's the cards we were dealt with by missing last week. She's going well. Her work's been sharp. She seems to have bounced back. I've just got to be careful running her at 59. But I'm not flattening her again.
Yeah.
So if she doesn't run this week, she can either run against Winks again next week in the George Main, or the Bill Ritchie, where she'll get a lot of weight. So it's a tough decision, 50-50, leaning slightly towards running Saturday with Blake Shin aboard.
Good project. Only had the 1 run last campaign, first up.
Yeah, it was a good run. It was in the Stradbroke. I think he ran 5th, then ran a cheeky race. He's a pretty handy horse. He's come back well.
Did he won one in Perth?
Yeah, he's won a Group 1.
Won a Group 1 in Perth.
Ran 2nd in it the following year as well. So look, he's come back well. He's got that what we call residual fitness from Queensland, so he'll run well, as I've said 3 times.
And the one that we're all talking about, she's trialled well, Egg Tart. I think she won at Newcastle, Ramwick, Melbourne, South Australia, Queensland, and she's lifted that bar every time.
She has. She's done a fantastic job. that's why we've left her a little bit longer. We haven't brought her back too quick. Just have a soft spring, hopefully 3 runs. First one will be Saturday.
So the Epsom's the
key race. Second up over the mile, which of course we did with Winks. 3 weeks into that, so she's ready to run well. She's trialled outstanding. Not a big strong horse yet, but she looks well. She had an exhibition gallop last Saturday at Randwick. She didn't turn a hair in the parade ring, which was good to see. She'll be ready to run a good race. Does have 55 kilos. It's a fair weight, but she's ready to run well.
She the one to beat of your 3?
Yeah, oh gee.
Foxplay?
Yeah, Foxplay. Gee, she's a weight for age winner over the mile. She's gone to that elite level. She's run second to Winks and tested Winks.
Oh, did it what?
And yeah, the fall around that race is all right too. So, gee, Foxplay's the benchmark. Tart, with the slight 4 kilos off her back, she's got to be running close.
This is the one that you wish had no dramas in its career, because it could have been anything. Omei Sword. Did it bleed for 1 nostril?
2.
Oh, 2 nostrils, of course.
Yeah.
She come back first up, put a line through, knuckled on the jump.
Yeah.
It was what do you make of Omei Sword and the Shark?
Tough draw. Once a horse has had a bleed, I'm very conservative about how they're ridden. I don't want her to be 3 wide up on the pace, so she'll be going back, providing Hugh agrees. She will go back, get some cover, and ride it to finish off. And from a punting perspective, obviously that makes it hard. I respect that, but I need her finishing her races off strongly. So if there's pace on, she gets a few gaps come her way, she's a definite winning chance. First up run was terrific considering what happened, and then 2 weeks into the gold pendants, the key after Saturday's race.
Is there still the Everest Tangled?
Oh, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. So yeah, look, yes, she is a good horse, but that'll be hard.
When you talk about being hard, let me tell you, in the Run to the Rose, Tangled and Qiji Phoenix,
Yeah.
he's got a hard task.
Yeah, they both have. Look, they're both handy horses, but it's their first up run. Tough race to choose from, but there's not many second or other options to choose. Keeps that Golden Rose dream alive. So if they both finish off and run 4th and 5th consecutively, you won't see a happy man leaving the track, because once they get up over further, and mile in particular, they'll be ready to hit their straps. So they need to start somewhere. We've got full respect for the likes of Minari, Pariah. There's a couple others there that go really well. Yeah, so good race, but that's what spring's all about. Have that flashing light on their heads, I'll be happy.
Race 8, you got Zumbelina. Now, it had ones all the way along. Last prep, a few little dramas, but she seems to come back good.
Just wet tracks.
Yeah.
Struck wet track after wet track, and no good in it whatsoever. It's a big step up, racing against the boys, the older horses on Saturday, but I'm sure she'll run well.
In the last Oklahoma Girl, I think you've claimed there. No, Hugh Bowman's on Oklahoma, and Wayanka, back from Melbourne, of course.
Yeah, well, yeah, with Oklahoma Girl, we thought about claiming, but when you got Hugh Bowman there, and he originally was on Wayanka, they changed the weights.
I had him on Wayanka, and I had Lee.
Yeah, we're not completely mad.
Yeah, you flicked it for me.
So, yeah, we've put Hugh on Oklahoma Girl, 60.5. Awkward gate, just want to see her finishing off strongly. Her 3 wins have come from over a mile, so she'll be destined for bigger things over further. And Wayanka, he galloped with Tart in between races to keep his fitness levels up, worked well. And he's drawn gate 10, just needs an ounce of luck, but it's a 16 horse field. It's not too much of a task. 3 wide midfield with cover might be a good way to end the day.
Well, probably a tougher task is if I said to you, choose one. Waller's whammy, Waller's... I struggle with a W every time, don't I?
I'll probably be going Alward.
Alward?
Yeah.
That's what you went last time when it won.
Yeah. Stick to him.
Good luck, Christopher.